Hey guys, Ali from Islands Outdoors here, and today we are going to be taking a look at a reel, and it is the YUYA 5000 spinning reel. So, what do I think about this, and what can I tell you about this reel? Well, I think you shouldn't buy it. Yeah, just like that. I don't think you should buy this reel. Period. But that is just my opinion. I know some of you guys out there are gonna still be stubborn and go ahead and buy this thing. And I'm gonna get a little more in depth for you guys in particular. So right off the box, we've got an aluminum spool. Yes, computer designed balanced rotor to minimize vibration. It does minimize vibration, not a lot of vibration. Anti-twist line roller, yeah, I believe that. The handle is interchangeable. Click sound drag knob, yeah. Excellent line lay oscillation. No. It does not lay line properly. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Power drive gear equipped for higher strength and better smoothness. Yeah, the reel is smooth when you're reeling it. It's like really smooth. Silk smooth. You just turn the handle, the thing turns effortlessly. And power drive gear, I'd say it's a strong reel. I've put it on smaller black tip sharks and it held up pretty well. So yeah, there are things that I like about this reel and there are things that I hate about this reel. Is it a reel I'm gonna use? Of course I'm gonna continue using the reel. I've already got it. Is it a reel I'll ever purchase in the future? No, never again. Period. Line capacity. Now this is a 5000 model. You have a 5.2 to 1 gear ratio and 12-pound test 215 yards, 15-pound test 165 yards, and 20-pound test 105 yards. If you want that in meters to millimeters, it's 0.35. You get 195, 0.40 to 150, and 0.50 to 90. You got 8+1 ball bearings. It's a one-way clutch bearing. Has a one-way clutch bearing. Made in China, of course. You already heard the name. You do get a carrying case with the reel. Love these things. And I always stick my reels in them because, I'm fishing off of a dock most of the time. You don't want to drop these reels on a dock, get them all scratched up. Over to the reel itself. First things first, what I like about this knob right here. Aluminum handle, I love it. This thing is so smooth, turns effortlessly, like seriously. It's smooth, it's a smooth reel, I can give it that. This thing comes with a spool band for braided line. This reel has a very thick bail wire also. I like that. For a $30 reel off Amazon, yeah, it's nice. And this graphite matte black finish. I love the color on this reel. I really do. And it's a very rigid reel. It does give some movement in the rotor and down here, it does give some movement, but the reel is actually, the body is strong. It's a very strong body. So problems with the reel. Now at first, when I first got one of these, I didn't think it was a problem. I blamed it on the factory. I said maybe it's a factory, maybe something went wrong at the factory and I just got a dysfunctional reel. I reached out to the company these guys have excellent customer service. Like seriously, if you have good customer service like that, you should at least make a really good reel. And they were like, we have never heard of these problems before that you're experiencing, and they sent me a brand new reel and it came the same week. Like, that is really smooth and I love it. The customer service is great. So yeah, I got the second reel and I got the same problems with it, so that is that. Okay, problem number one. The reel does not spool up properly, or at least for me it does not spool up properly. And I know for you guys it's not going to spool up properly either. Here's what happens. When you spool this thing up, it lines up in a cone shape. Like, You know how you get an even spool of line? That doesn't happen. It spools like this. So the line comes in at this triangular cone shape. And you know, for a reel with a spool band that you're gonna put braid on, you should at least have the reel spooling up properly, because with mono, damn, I've used mono on this thing and I have problems casting with it because of that. You don't get the distance with it because the tip, the line does not go all the way up to the top, so you don't get the distance with it, and also you get, you know, knots and all sorts of shit. Like, I wouldn't put braid on this thing. That's a bad idea. A reel that spools up like that, you cast with that, you'll get wind knots like probably every freaking cast. So no, this thing has a spool band, but no braided. Don't do that. You're gonna mess up your braided line. Second problem, and I had this with the second reel. When they sent me the second reel, I was like, oh yeah, new reel, I hope this one works. Take it out of the box, side plate's loose. So I took a screwdriver and went over every single screw on this thing on the outside and make sure everything was tight. Solved. That is fine. Third problem. You got drag sound, right? Yeah? Don't take the spool off. Don't even bother taking the spool off. You pop this thing off. Show you guys this right now. You pop this thing off and see this? That is a Chinese clicker system. And what you have is this little notch right here. It rubs against these little notches in here. Yeah, right there. Rubs against those and gives you that clicker sound. So what happens when you pop this back on, pop that back in, no drag sound. You know why? Well, because this pops out of place and it does not go back in there. So what you'll have to do, if you take the spool off for any reason, and that happens, put the spool on the side, take this entire thing off. Come off. Yeah, you get that off. You grab the spool, you put it inside the spool, you know, clicker piece down. Get you guys to see this properly. Yeah, so you get the clicker piece down and you put it in the spool like that. And you're gonna need to grab like a toothpick or something, and you're gonna need to align these in here. You're gonna need to line them up. Push this down, line these up. See if I can get you guys a better view of that, which is really difficult to do. So you line these up with a toothpick, you get the idea. And then, once you got that lined up, you're gonna have to take the reel and put it back down this way so that that doesn't come out of line. So once you got that back down there, you're gonna get your drag sound back. So yeah, those are the problems I've encountered. Those are the methods I come up with for fixing them. You can change the handles from left to right, as I mentioned before. Just screw that out, swap it over. You do have a whatever this is, I don't know how you call this, one-way clutch clicker system. And yeah, aluminum spool. Altogether, look, this is a nice reel. I like it. I like the design, the outside of course, like the smoothness, the strength. You get about 11 or 12 pounds of drag on this thing. Not a whole lot of drag, but it works, you know. But if you know you're not gonna be putting up with these kind of problems, especially that spool up problem, I have not got around to finding a solution to that. But I think what I'm gonna have to do is take the spool off, pull out the little washers inside, all of the washers that separate the little drag clicking thingy and all of that, you know, pull all of that stuff out and just put the spool back in and spool it up and see if that fixes that problem. I don't know if it's gonna work, but yeah, I really want to spool this thing up with braid. Like seriously, I want to take this reel out and beat it up, because you know, Just pissed me off. Nice reel, poor performance. Like, I want to take this thing out and put it on tarpons, and I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take this thing out, put it on tarpons, and get a video for you guys and see how this thing performs. So far I've only put this thing on little blacktip sharks and a barracuda and a bunch of little ladyfish. Well, not ladyfish, you're big ladyfish, like, you know. Yeah. So it has not been on really big fishes, so I don't know. That's about it, really. So there you have your problems, some ways to fix them. I wouldn't recommend you buy this thing, especially if you're not someone who likes to dig into your reel and work on them. You'll get a headache. If you're gonna ignore this and go ahead and still buy the reel, cool, do that. But at least now you know what to expect and how to fix it. So that is that. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Hope you enjoyed it. And please leave a like. You know, hit me with a comment if you have any of these reels and they work just fine. Yeah, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And, you know, hit a like and a subscribe. Really helps. I'll really appreciate that. And, you know, follow us on Instagram, because there's like a lot of stuff that we do that we don't always put it in the video, but you know, we put it on Instagram so you guys can, you know, catch up to everything else that doesn't go on in the video. And that's about it. Thanks for watching again. Hope you like and subscribe and leave me a comment.